What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Daily Sean. For those of you who haven't been here before, my name is Sean. I do a daily video on something related to nursing. No rhyme or reason, probably not going to change. Fan question: interested in the journey to become an RN? Is it worth the time, effort, money to become an LPN, practice as an LPN before you become an RN? This is a very good question, because my answer seems to have changed over the years. When I first started nursing, I would have reflexively said, absolutely, positively, it would be a great decision to make. Back then, LPNs were utilized very differently than they are now. So I would say, yes, become an LPN, take your boards, work as an LPN, and work towards becoming an RN. You can use that experience to help you in becoming an RN. Now, my ideas have changed a bit, only because the utilization of LPNs seems to be in flux, and it seems to be changing. I'm not really sure why. I have a few guesses out there, but quite honestly, I think it has to do with the market. It has to do with the utilization of the RN. There are certain things LPNs are not allowed to do within their scope of practice that an RN can. Something like, and off the top of my head, have to do with IV medications, IV pushes, and quite honestly, I think an LPN has to be specifically trained in order to cannulate veins and start IVs, but I could be wrong on that one. The scope of practice is very different from an LPN to an RN. So when a facility needs a nurse, they need nursing services. If they can save money in the long run, sure, they may utilize an LPN. But the game seems to be changing a bit. Most facilities are unfortunately phasing out the LPN. Most LPNs are working in long-term facilities. LPNs are utilized in other unique areas, but in the hospital system, at least in my experience recently and over the past several years, LPNs are not utilized the way they used to be in the hospital system. The answer to my question now is, it may not be worth your time, effort, and most importantly, your money to pursue becoming an LPN before becoming an RN, if being an RN is your ultimate goal. That is not a knock, and I'm not trying to offend current LPN students. It just is the way of the world these days. If you're going to spend the money, you're going to spend the time, then I think you could invest your time wisely and just go straight for the RN. If your life dictates something different and you don't have the time, money, or the ability, then sure, by all means, get out there, get your experience, get into LPN school. So it really has to do with your situation. But if you have the opportunity, I would definitely just go straight towards working towards becoming an RN. Hope this answers your question. I can't wait to hear what the tribe has to say about this one. Raise your hand out there if you're an LPN. Want to hear what you have to say about this one. Leave me a comment down below. You know your comments are my caffeine. Share this with somebody. And as always, check your own pulse first.